Hi, so today we're here to talk about something really important that's happening in the world, and that is the release of a Minecraft movie that happened. I truly, as someone who now works in a theater, got to see kind of like a first bigger release, even though it's really not that big. And I just have to say, I love the magicalness of people coming to the movies dressed up and making a big deal of it because I think that life is too short and that we should totally just be making things more important than what they need to be. Now, am I upset that the Minecraft movie was actually just a grab at a kid's IP to make more money? Yeah. Yeah, right. Right. Did I still giggle? Yes. Officer, tie me up or cuff me. I'll go to jail. I it was still very silly, and I still think that some love was put into the movie. So this is my hear me out for the Minecraft movie. Um, I understand where people are coming from. The animation is just terrible. Like that's not at all what I would want for a Minecraft movie like that. But I do want to say I think that the Minecraft references in the movie weren't terrible. I think that like since Minecraft is such a vast array of different experiences for people, that it probably was going to be impossible for them to cover and like hit every small detail that someone would want included in the movie. Um, but like I thought that there was some stuff that like I like was able to see and be like, oh, like a typical person who has maybe played Minecraft once or never really dived deep into it, wouldn't understand that this is a reference to something greater. So like that was kind of fun. There was like little Easter eggs for people who were addicted to Minecraft for a while. For me, it's been 10 years, but that's kind of an over exaggeration. It's a hyperbole, but hyperbole, blah. But let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get into some nitty gritty details for a second. So there is like this plot throughout the movie that they do set up okay in the beginning. I mean, it's Jack Black. You can't take anything Jack Black says seriously, so it's a little tough to be like, yeah, this is a good story moral. But it's kind of like it's kind of trying to reference like being an adult sucks and like having all these responsibilities just like fucking sucks. Which like, yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people agree. But but like that can't be the complete basis of your movie. You kind of have to like we have to make this a little encouraging because guess what? Growing up is inevitable. Maybe not everybody can be Jack Black and be Steve in the real world. So like, or in the Minecraft world. So can't always win. Um Flint and Steel happens really fast in the movie. That really took me off guard, but I loved it. There's kind of like I'm not really loving that like the Nether is like this hateful place because for a lot of people, me included, like the Nether was like it was scary in the beginning, but it's like a fun place for a lot of people in the game. Piglins, I feel like were done dirty in the movie. Like there was no reason to come at them like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Um, so I wrote why the Nether hate. I just felt like there could have been something different with that. There's like a whole like storage unit bit that I thought was really fun. But the thing is that I realized after the movie was that like Jason Momoa's character, Garbage Man, is like has like a whole bit with this guy who does storage stuff, but then he never shows up again. This like storage unit guy. So I felt like that was a waste of a character because I thought he did good. But whatever. There's also a little Chobani promo. I see you. I see you. Um, the worst actor was definitely the main character. I hate to say that. I hate to say that, Henry. Um, I thought he got better as he went. Like you can't really say much for child actors. I didn't want to be too critical of him. I thought the girl did pretty well. She definitely was doing something. Um, I'm not here to critique the child acting though, because like it's they do what they can. Um, but that definitely like their emotional like connect like storyline was not there, and that's definitely because the I do think they tried setting it up. Like I was trying to say that like at first I thought that this like emotional tie we were trying to have with Henry. We'll get to that later. I'm jumping ahead of myself, but they have a dead mom, and they're moving to Chuglass. Chug Chuglass. Yeah, you heard that right. And she's like got a job there to help support them. On how she's supporting them on a salary of being an influencer, I don't know. Like not even influencer, she's just like helping a like chip company. I don't know. I don't know. I set my coffee because I don't know. Um, I do want to highlight Jason Momoa is like major, 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 major highlight in this. I thought his acting was so good. Or like his comedic acting was so good. I'm used to watching him in serious stuff, but he's like really funny. I thought he was really charming. Um I wrote down as well that too much of the dialogue from the side characters was revealing character instead of revealing plot. I felt like they could utilize their side characters better. But like, I don't need to know anything about this like random gym teacher or random like whatever art teacher guy. Like, he was so they could have used it to reveal plot better, but they went for like a gag instead, and that's just like that. I think that's where they faltered there. Um, there's one line in it where like a kid like he's like making a jetpack on a banana and they're like that's not possible and he's like it's all math. Like the main character says it's just all math. And then the other guy goes, "My dad says math has been debunked." What? What do you mean? Math has been so that I thought that was funny. I do like the older sister's plotline. And like I will say they did build that up there, like how he like him trying to build this jetpack and him being this like creative kid, right, in this world that's uncreative. Like they try to build that there, and I think it kind of like works. I think they should have put him down more. Like he needed to go through more obstacles. Like the whole instead of the jetpack thing happening where it like sets off the potato chip like land, like maybe just have him get detention for something stupid like not doing the assignment right. I guess they wanted to show him building the jetpack, but like him being like him building this jetpack, like no one's putting him down. He's just being openly creative. I think it should have been like him being put down for being creative in that world and then going into the Minecraft world and being able to like explore that more. I don't know. That's just like what I felt. I just felt like they could have done that better. Um and like the sister plotline is good. I think they could have done like her having to grow up because their mom died, their mom, um, and her like having to kind of navigate trying to help bring him into the real world, being like, hey, I understand like you're still a kid, but I'm also kind of a kid and I need like I'm trying to do my best for you, but you can't like I can't have you doing stuff like destroying the mascot on the chip company thingy. Um but like just make it to where he's just drawing in class or something and him like and then him getting in trouble for just making the jetpack. Like why did they have to see it happen? Like how about him make it and then them not believe in him that it works? That would have been so much better. Him make it and they're like that doesn't there's no way that actually works and then he gets in trouble because you made a fucking jetpack in school. You can't do that stuff. I think that would have been better in my opinion. But anyways, we'll get more about that here in a little bit. There is like whenever the people like they find the cube and they go into the overworld and they like and so they brought the orb back so Jack Black has to like that's how they meet Jack Black, because is he was captured in another. I'm not gonna go over all that, but whenever they open that portal, a villager like escapes into the real world, and that's how Jennifer Coolidge's character like shines. And I kind of like I love that B roll, that B plot story. Oh, it was so funny. I mean, it wasn't like hilarious, but I thought it was. I liked the idea of a villager escaping into the real world, and that's how we're connecting with the real world and coming back to it. Is just through Jennifer Coolidge falling in love with a villager. I don't know. That's just so stupid that it works for me. Um, there's also a part in the movie where he's like, so real. First night in Minecraft is that scary. Like they make it like this big dramatic scene, and that is so yeah. I see the vision, guys, because I remember being 10 years old on my iPad. It's nighttime. All these skeletons, all these spiders are coming out. I'm shitting my pants. Like I'm terrified. So like completely I understand. I think they did excellent with that. Like the panic, the fight, like not knowing what anything is. Like that is so me when I was 10 trying to figure out Minecraft. Like I get it. Um, there's a part where he like picks up a block because he like accidentally breaks a tree wood, and he like starts and then he figures out how to build, and you see him like placing the blocks, and it's so I thought it was so funny because it's just him like with his hands just like pointing at the ground. Oh, I was like, you know what? Like, I don't know how I would have directed somebody to do that. So like, I kind of get it. Um, and then we get iconic like they meet Jack Black, he comes and saves them or whatever, and they're like, "Whoa, this guy's OP." And then he's showing them his village, and we get the lava chicken, and yeah, new vocal stem of the month. I will take it. Thank you. Um, like Jack Black can sing anything, and I'll think it's great. He sings another song later that doesn't quite hit as much as Lava Chicken, but we'll take it. Um, and after Lava Chicken is whenever I start to like, because I kind of went into this foolhardily thinking I was gonna hate it, and like rightfully so, because there's there's a lot of things wrong with it. Don't get me wrong, but I think I can see the love in like the direction that they were trying to go with, so I think that's why I kind of like it. Um, there's like a line where Jack Black is like talking to the sister about the main character, and he's like, creativity, like you need to like let him shine. Creativity is the key to surviving in this world. And I was like, okay, I like that, Picasso, because that's tying back to the story model I was talking about earlier, how we should be prioritizing creativity, because like whoever has taught society that needing to only think practically is the only way to get by in life is they truly have ruined society for us. Because yes, there are times to be logical, there are times to be practical, but that's not how innovation comes along. You have to think outside the box. You have to think and how do you do that? How do you be creative? You have to be in a like very fun and soulful mood. So like I just feel like this is such a good thing to tell kids. Um Also, I wrote down Jack Black like I know it's for the kids, but he says a lot of stuff in the movie like in a weird way, and I hate it. That's my only thing. Jack Black's character, love hate relationship with them. I think I just was a little like I'm tired of seeing Jack Black and stuff, even though I love Jack Black. But there's just some stuff he'd say, and I'm like, oh, this old man should not be saying this, but it's okay. It's okay. I think also another thing is that like so they had the Woodland Mansion as a story point in this movie, and they had like the pillagers as people, but I felt like they could have done so much more. It could have been so much better if they would have kept, hear me out. They should have kept all the nether shit in the world, in the nether. And then made pillagers like a little side like a part of their big like scheme of evilness, right? Like partners, and the pillagers should have been the one chasing them. I guess it would have kind of. I don't even think it would have destroyed all their chasing scenes. I get like they had like all this cool chasing stuff with like gas and everything like that, and the piglins coming after him, but like you don't really see the piglins in the overworld that much. So I feel like, or the real, yeah, whatever the lingo is, but I feel like having the pillagers with their like banners and like maybe they could have gotten the gas from the nether people, but it would have been I feel like it should have been pillagers, because let me tell you guys, when I first started like when I played Minecraft when I was younger, there was no pillagers, right? And then when the pillager update came out, I think like 6 months later, a year later, I got into another Minecraft phase, and I came across some pillagers in a world that scared the shit out of me whenever I was 20. Okay? I was 19, 20 playing Minecraft, and I was like, who the fuck is that? Who? Huh, huh. Like, it was still scary. So I feel like it could have done something with that. And then it could have been a much cooler thing. Like, the battle at the end could have been cooler because, like, them coming out of the portal could have been, like, more significant, I feel like. Um, and you could have kept the Woodland Mansion thing, because there is always pillagers at the Woodland Mansion, and it could have been, I felt like, even more stakes because the pillagers are coming after the kids, right? I feel like that could have been better. Um, I have to mention Jason Momoa again and his character, because I just absolutely loved him. I just absolutely loved him. I was like, I wrote down, I don't know why this is the piece of media where Jason Momoa has won my heart, but we will take it, I guess. Like, I don't, like, I've literally watched Game of Thrones. I watched, shit. I watched Aquaman, but like this Minecraft movie, I was like, yeah, this is my shit. Jason Momoa, you've won my heart. um, Also, there's like he's like speaks Spanish throughout the thing. I think it's so funny. As someone who like knows like elementary Spanish, I thought it was hilarious. There's like a moment where he goes, "Buenos dias," means see you later, which means see you later. I cackled in the theater. Was I in the theater by myself? Yes, but that's, that's a different story. Um, so also, Jack Black having elytras for them to escape on. Jack Black canonically has defeated the Ender Dragon. That was fun. Um, I also thought that was cute. Like it was see, I was gonna look that up to see what that was, but like it was a little like reference to those races that they do, Minecraft Championships, MCC. Is that what it is? The Minecraft Champion? Yeah, like MCCs. It was like a little tribute to that, I guess. And there was also the tribute to Technoblade, which R.I.P. Miss him so much. Um, but I really appreciated that kind of like reference, because it is a cool chase scene, and the idea of it coming from people like racing with the Electras from the MCCs, I thought that was so fun. I just thought that was a great idea, and I thought it was executed pretty well. I wasn't hating on it. I did like the bromance too. Now I kind of hate on Jack Black a little bit throughout this, I feel like, but I like the bromance with Jack Black and Jason Momoa. Um, and no, I refuse to call them by their character names. You know who I'm talking about. Um, Also another funny bit of is the Nether's Got Talent shit. That shit cracked me up when I saw Nether's Got Talent. What were they on in the writers' room? I needed to be in the room where it happened, truly, when that idea came to play, because I thought that was excellent. Now, am I upset that they did not do anything with this? Yes, because the whole Nether's Got Talent thing was like Malgosha, the freaking evil sorceress from the Nether. She like would like danced at Nether's Got Talent, and everyone made fun of her. And so she's like, anything creative will be banned whenever she became like the leader or whatever. So I thought that was like, okay, we're gonna have a little redemption arc later with this, right? Right. No. Um, Maybe since they're thinking about doing another movie, because they have like a little end credit scene with Jack and Alex, like maybe that'll come up later, and that would be nice. If they do try to breach or branch off of that. But so yeah. Um, and like so yeah, and also like cute moral about teaching kids to not push away their creativity. Like I really, really, as I've mentioned several times now, liked the moral messaging with that. General Chungus dies. Spoiler. My bad. By the way, this is not spoiler free. Um, there's a slight commentary on capitalism and I feel like they were trying to be super relatable with adults with this, where they were like, no, like I get it, growing up sucks, like having all these responsibilities, and I feel like it was a little too overindulgent. I personally do agree. um, growing up sucks, but I don't think you have to lose your childlike wonder. I do think the world does kill it a little bit, like especially the state of the world now and the society we live in. It's definitely crushed every day. But I think you could have gone with I guess you can't really because it's a kids movie, so you can't really put these complex ideas into it, but you kind of can. Kids aren't completely stupid. Um, but you have to learn not to live in this reactive space, right? Having escapism is fine. Um, doing what you can to help with how things are in the world with your creativity is great. Learn to take that energy and that hopelessness that you have, reverse it, and put it towards trying to create meaningful change. You learn it, you need to find that within. And I felt like the movie was trying to go there with that. I just don't think they ever got there. I don't think they ever finished the moral that they were trying to put out. They kind of just put out like we should be more creative and then didn't put why like kind of hinted at why it's like that but didn't create resolution with it. That was my thing. Um I also felt like there wasn't a ton of main character focus on Henry himself. I mean, there was some. I just felt like they were trying to do so much with all the characters and I felt no emotional connection to Henry whatsoever. That is what I felt was truly lacking in the story. Um he like has his moments, sure. Like they do like paint him out to be the main character, but like you just I don't it's hard to connect with it. I don't think that you really feel anything cuz there's like later this scene in the Woodland Mansion where Henry's going on this mission himself and it doesn't feel like stakes are that high. Um he like has to face an Enderman and like he has a moment where a bunch of Endermen like look like people in his life telling him like all these things like you need to grow up like blah 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 like stuff he's like probably it's kind of cool how they kind of created like that inner commentary like that self-critic comes out as like the Enderman like people possessed as an Enderman. I thought that was cool. I didn't hate on that, but I just didn't he didn't they didn't like show that he was feeling that. Like it's hinted at and I feel like people in the story definitely do like kind of push him down a little bit. But and like he has that moment where his sister's talking and he kind of goes, "Oh, okay. Like maybe I should just stay here." But I just didn't feel the emotion with it. And I think that could be the acting, but I don't want to hate on the actor. I think he did the best he could. Um Fight Club in Minecraft was funny. That's where we get the famous chicken jockey thing. Um there's also a line, another Jason Momoa line I have to comment on, where he's like, basically sacrificing himself, or for the fight on this bridge, and it's a bunch of the piglins of TND, and he goes, "It's okay, I love luau's." Shut up, because he's about to roast all these pigs. Shut up. I loved that. I thought that was bars. I just hit the microphone. Sorry. I thought that was bars. Um, And okay, so yes, so he sacrifices himself because there's also like the storyline of Henry feeling betrayed by Garbage Man, Jason Momoa, but like Jason Momoa is just also a man child in this. I don't know. It's like you don't feel. I didn't feel that Henry was that devastated. You just met this man. How can it be like oh, you are my friend, bro. You just met him. And the first thing he did was try to sell you on a mentor class. Like, he has not shown any signs of being like a good person. I mean, like he kind of is silly and he's obviously not evil, but he's obviously not like he's definitely working for his own self-interest. I think that's very apparent. So the fact Henry, like that could be playing to Henry's child naiveness, but like it's pretty obvious. I don't know. Um there's also a scene earlier in the movie where Henry calls him, this man he just met from a store, to pick him up as his guardian from the school because he doesn't want to be in trouble with his sister. And he's like, "Can you pretend to be my uncle and come pick me up?" And then Jason Momoa goes, "I don't do that anymore." Haven't done that in a long time. So funny. I felt like Jason Momoa's lines were the best, personally. And that could just be my boy humor, but I don't know. I thought it was cute. They really, 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 you could tell wanted to have like this brother and sister dynamic going throughout the movie of her like just trying to figure out how to grow up and because she had to grow up so fast, so she's kind of forcing this on her brother and him, and then like a moment where they split up and then they come back together and have like a reuniting thing, but it's just not there. The emotional connection's just not there, and that's just I think that's what's really hurting in this movie is the lack of emotion that we see with the brothers and sisters and how or in the brother with the brother and sister. I just like they kind of try to build the hype over the fact their mom to build the hype. They try to tug on the heartstrings about the mom being dead and like the sister trying. It's just the chemistry, I think maybe it's just not there. I don't know. You just don't feel it. I don't feel it anyways, or I didn't. Maybe, but maybe kids do. I don't know. Maybe kids did, because whenever you're a kid, everything's good at that age. So like, I don't know. I also wanted to mention um the like Jack Black's armor in the final battle. What the fuck was that? What was the budgeting for this movie? And why does his armor look like that? It could have looked so much better. I felt like it looked so bad. It looked like he literally bought it from Walmart. Um, but the ending I thought was decently done. There it feels like a Marvel movie. It kind of feels like Infinity War a little bit, but I think it works. I don't know. There's like a scene where the brother and sister are fighting together too, and then he like goes and like tries to fix the stuff and everything. And like the ending's fine, and Jack Black goes with them. Like they win, obviously. The Iron Golem stuff I thought was cool. The and then there's a scene where Jack Black decides to join him in the real world at the end, and then they go and then they have their happy ever after in the store, and it kind of sets up for a potential second movie, I think, with the whole Alex thing, especially at the end. But overall, I felt like maybe I missed it, but I didn't feel like there's resolution to the creativity thing. Like I guess them working together to be creative could be a resolution of its own, like collaborating with friends and trying to navigate this hectic world with community. Right? Right? That feels good. But like I could be just finding deeper meaning in something that was in meaning that's not there. So that's my analysis on the Minecraft movie. Like, hear me out. I honestly think the messaging for kids is not bad. I think it definitely was a movie. Do I think it's the best kids movie in the world? No. I think it could have been so much better if it was 2D animated. Yes. Um I don't think they needed. They could have just had Jack Black voice Steve. I think that would have done way better. Because his voice acting's great. I did not need to see this old man as Steve. Like, I guess Henry is meant to be the self insert in this, but like Steve is like who you play as in the game. So I kind of felt like we needed something more self inserty with Steve, the character. And yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents. Overall, I thought it wasn't I thought it was pretty good. Um I I'm only gonna give it 2.5 stars, probably three at most, but it definitely had some love put into it, and I can respect that. I can appreciate that. And like someone who grew up as a big fan of Minecraft, I can appreciate the ways that I was seen in the movie in different ways, like the little small jokes, like the falling down the cave bit. In the beginning, I was like, that's so real. The first night of Minecraft, so real. Um, I mean, yeah, like those are. I guess that's kind of it, but there was other things. Um, so yeah, that's my commentary on the Minecraft movie. Please leave your thoughts below. I'm curious. Did you enjoy it? What did you hate about it? Because if you hated it, that's completely fair. I think there's a lot wrong with it, but I also thought there's a lot good about it. I just didn't think it was executed right. But alrighty, let me know down below, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.